shorty, short. You showed me love. Glory from above, regard, dear. It's all downhill from here.
Jello. So, y'all know I can never resist. Really? It's been a little rusty. I can never resist having a Morticia Addams moment every now and then. I just can't. So, did y'all catch the intro of all of the slanginess that's popping off? Look, I done tried a new method. It's not even a new method. It's just a method I ain't did in a minute to get my ish this flat dough, you know? Okay, so hair's from Angel Gray's hair. Okay, I do not.
Hold on. Yeah, get it. Gotta look effortless because I'm struggling right now. I'm struggling, people. I'm struggling. All right now. So
I can't remember if I've had straight hair from them. I'm sure if you go and look on my page to see if I have, I'm almost certain I have to make this statement. I personally think that their straight hair is really nice. I feel like straight hair is one of those things that is hard to mess up. So if you mess up straight hair, good riddance. So when you receive your hair, you do get this little washing instructions, and this is pretty self-explanatory on how you should wash your hair. I am currently rocking 4 bundles of 28-inch. Yes, girl, that good old one length, except for the front, because my frontal is 20 inches, and it's like a 13. I think it's like a 13 by 4. So as you can see, you know, I told you I like wigs better because I could get my Kardashian part. Well, with these, I can do the very same. This one is actually much longer as far as parting goes. It's just as long as it is wide. So a lot of times when I do get frontals, the parting space will be a nice amount, but it will only be a nice amount in the middle. Side part, like it goes from here all the way around to here. So I would personally opt for this frontal versus any other one due to the simple fact that I just like to have more of an array of being able to part my hair versus being kind of stuck. Now, this is their Brazilian straight, and I love straight hair. Personally, I have. Now, you guys notice as of recently, I've been doing a lot of curling, a lot of curly, a lot of wavy, a lot of loose wave. But y'all know I always got to bring it back home with this one. Because, baby, listen. If you want to do anything straight related, this is the ish. Okay? You can't go wrong with this. And I feel like, for me personally, it compliments me better than I feel like any other hair texture does. I just fall in love with straight hair. When I was just a little boy, Barbie was, you know, of course, my idol forever. And the Barbies that I loved the most were the Barbies who had the most longest hair. You know, Totally Hair Barbie is still by far one of my favorites ever because her weave is ridiculous. And then she got her bangs this short. Okay, so normally when I do straight hair, you guys know I like my hair to be bone straight and I like it to be super duper flat. And it's always super duper flat. But it's never this flat. You want to know why? Because I usually sew. I did not sew this in. I actually use an old method that I wanted to kind of just to see if I was still like it as much as I would like sewing my hair on. So I did the hot glue gun method. Now I did not glue my frontal down. I actually sewed that down. But it took me 1 hour to do my entire wig, including the sewing of the frontal. I hot glue gunned all of these beautiful wefts in, and the thing that I love about this method, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and do a tutorial for those who are just not well versed in sewing. I feel your struggle. I know how you feel. This will be something that's much easier to do. It's much more affordable to do if you're making your own wigs and you don't have anybody to make them, or you just want to try it and you don't know. I feel like it will be fun because I was able to knock out this wig. When did I do this? I did this a minute ago, but I was able to do like 4 wigs in one day versus where I can usually do 2 in one day and I still had other stuff going on. Okay. So it was this one. It was one that I already reviewed. That one was hot glue gun too. But the thing that I really love about this method, back to my original point, which I'll never stay on, is the fact that when you hot glue gun it and because you have to cut your wefts. Now, for those who are, you can't do the fold over method with this. It won't work. But the great thing about this is that because of the glue is on the weft, it's like sealing your wefts at the same time. So I have got 0 shedding with this hair, and I believe it's because I did that method. So if you are a person who is trying to do something really quick, or you just not, sewing isn't your thing, you don't have the time, thumbs up this video if you want to see a tutorial on how I made this hot glue gun wig. Now this method that I use also is the Gots to Be Glued method as well, which it should have been, well, it will be a video separate from this one that shows me putting this actual wig on. Now, when you do this and you do hot glue gun it and that whole thing, it will come off. So don't be, if you are using virgin hair, don't be afraid, don't be scared. Just don't get it in the hair, only put it on the wefts. But you can, it holds like a rock, kind of like the Gots to Be Glued. It's really fast. It's easy to peel off. Kind of like Natty's hair glue, which you could also do. And the reason why I was like, what can I do that's not going to take me forever? Because I remember that particular day I just had so much stuff to do, and I was like, I have to do this. I'm gonna have to go ahead and review it. Now, I had already washed the hair. I had already kind of trimmed it at the ends, as you could see. I was gonna do a blunt cut, but I don't know how it was gonna look on this long of a hair. I think it's just gonna look kind of stupid. Plus, I want to do something else with this. So I did go ahead and trim the ends a little bit. So it says 28, so I probably got like a 26 now. It does hit me right here. And I believe that it's a true 28 because 1, I measured it, and 2, 24 usually hits me here. So that's about 4 inches. I'm telling you, just make sure, like I always say, you condition your hair. I did co-wash my tracks twice before I actually installed my hair. I just went over it with my nice thick Remington flat iron, which I get a lot of questions about. So this is the one that I use, and I believe I have another one that I believe it's the same brand. I think it's just purple. And this is the one I use when I do straight hair because it's a bigger, I can cover a much larger area of hair to flat iron than I could if I did a smaller one. So I got this one from Target. They might be like purple now. I don't know if they still come in red, but it's just the Remington. I don't know if it has a specific name. I've had this one for like 3 years. It's never done me wrong. It's great, guys. And they're not paying me. The frontal, I went ahead and bleached the frontal. I also went ahead and plucked the frontal, which I did not show only because I was doing it and I was looking a complete and utter mess. So I was not about to pull out of the camera. I listen, it ain't that deep. So I personally like to when I do bleach my frontals, I personally like to pluck them after I bleach them, only because the hair is a bit weaker and it's easier to pull the hairs out of the lace. I find that when you first get the hair and you first get it and you go ahead before you bleach it and you pluck it, you are pulling quite hard at the lace, and you could possibly, especially if you're new to this, you could possibly put a hole in your lace, which then you ain't even sewed it down and you already got a hole in it. So if this is new to you, just take your time. Don't get crazy with it, because I'm telling you, as soon as you put a bit of a rip in it, it's pretty much here. So don't do that. Just make sure that when you do it, you make sure that your bleach is like almost like cottage cheese. because a lot of you guys have hit me up and said like I bleached it and then the bleach went through and now my roots are blonde. What do I do? Well, you go get some colors, and usually I tell people like if you just did it, get some like cellophane, and you're gonna have to just ride it on out and you know get them roots back to black until that hair has been conditioned and co-washed enough where you feel like it's strong enough to handle actual like permanent color. But to avoid to have to repair that, just make sure, like I said, that your bleach is at least very thick, because what you want to do is you want to be like kind of like peanut butter, so you can spread it across the knots but it does not leak into the hair. Once it starts to leak into the hair, if you take the bowl and you go like this and it starts to move, it's still not thick enough. Okay, so you just want to be able to have it where it's not powdery and it doesn't, you know, penetrate the hair shaft. I mean, it doesn't get the knots, but you also don't want it to be too where it's just gonna run and then you're gonna end up with these blonde roots and then you have a reverse ombre, which it really isn't that cute if it's an accident. So Angel Grace hair, y'all get an A++ from me because I'm in love. And again, my other hair that I had, which was like my supermodel hair, I did the Versace H&M get down with, I gave that hair away. So it feels good to have some long hair, but not my 34-inch hair or my 40-inch hair. Just something that I'm not sitting on. You know, I think it comes at my butt, but like just the tips. So yeah, hit the links below if you guys are interested, and thumbs up this video and put down if you want to see a tutorial for the hot glue gun method, because I'm telling y'all it's gonna save y'all a lot. And I really just forgot. Like I didn't think about it. I was like, I don't know, but you know, some people prefer sewing, and it doesn't last as long as obviously you sew it in. However, for me, golden. Catch y'all in my next one.